Hi, I'm Helen, creator of AZ Devices. I'd like to introduce the AZ Random Stepped Vactrol LFO with a Midi trigger, which is, like all my work, inspired by Graham Wakefield and Gregory Taylor, whose book is linked in the description below. So who needs another LFO? Well, I just thought it'd be cool to have a single device with two shapes, one random steps and the other smooth steps. The smoothing in this LFO emulates the so-called Vactrol effect. There's a link in the description below if you want to read up on that, but in a nutshell, a Vactrol is a combination of things. Most importantly, it consists of a light-dependent resistor, traditionally a kind of incandescent light whose response is not immediate like in LEDs. Now, I'm no expert, but in analog circuitry, this gives the advantage of handling high voltage without distortion. Now, because of these slower responses to change, Vactrol circuits produce sounds that could be described as softer or mellower. The specialty of this device is that it can send out Midi triggers, which are produced from the curves of the LFO. It's set to send out Midi note 60, middle C, and with that you can send it to any or all Midi ends in Ableton, or send it out to external hardware. I'll make a demonstration video of that in another video. If you enable sync, the Midi will start and stop with the playback. And now another way to stop the Midi is to set the frequency to 0. But note, however, when you raise the frequency again, you'll need to start the Midi triggers manually. The LFO will keep going though. I've set a very simple example here, sending the Midi triggers to an operator. So the incoming Midi is being randomized and dynamically varied by some native Ableton devices. And you can see and hear how some parameters are modulated by the stepped LFO, like the resonance of the low-pass filter, and others, like the sends, are being modulated by the smoother steps. Now this gives the sound some variety, combining edgy shifts with smoother ones. Now there's lots more you can do with this. Try sending it out to a drum rack, for example. So take it and run and have fun.